I think this is the most underrated Dell OptiPlex, if there is one. I absolutely love these machines, but at the beginning I had a lot of preconception because what if the screen breaks? What if the motherboard breaks behind the screen? That has to be expensive. That has to be unique. This computer doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Why don't we just get a desktop with a monitor? We can change out the monitors anytime we want. It's a better option. And then I started looking into these things and I absolutely love these machines. So this machine has a Generation 7 i7 in it. We have 4 cores, 8 threads, 16 gigs of RAM and a 250 SSD. I'm the one who put this PC out for my client 7 years ago on his desk, and I told him, hey, this PC will last between 5 to 7 years. I think it's worth to pay a little bit more over an i5. It's gonna last longer, and we couldn't be more right. This PC lasted 7 years in a business environment, and a client was so happy with this PC. When he called me and asked me, hey, I think it's 7 years old or something like that, it's getting sluggish, I have a lot of things going on my desktop at work, I would like to have a new PC. However, take this back to your office, do a clean install of Windows on it, give me a new solid state, let me have this PC because I would like to have this PC at home. I have a 14-inch laptop which I use for travel, and when I have to do remote work, I would love to have this PC. I can remote back to my office desktop, I can use streaming services, I can do casual browsing. This PC, I think, would be still good for that, and he's absolutely right. I took this PC apart, put a new solid state in it. We have 16 gigs of RAM, fresh install of Windows, everything moves, everything, whatever you click, this thing just goes. The webcam is awesome, the speakers are awesome. The screen is nothing special. It's a full HD screen, full HD webcam. I am very happy with this computer. If you're looking at this i7 with 16 gigs of RAM with a Generation 7 i7 on eBay, they're starting at $79 plus $39 shipping. If you're on a very tight budget, you're on a pain, it's not business critical what you're doing, and you're looking for a laptop just to be home in one particular place, I would still recommend these. They're so undervalued. I like them a lot. Quick story. I have another medical office as a business client. Obviously, everything has to be fully functional in a medical office. A doctor cannot wait for a computer to stop spinning and actually able to pull data out or put data in regards of patients. So he purchased 2 brand new HP, and I'm not trashing HP. They are great machines. Lenovo, same thing, all in one. We spent a week to figuring out why is the $1,500 brand new HP is sluggish when is nothing happening on a PC out of the box and we just running a browser. Just one tab. The fan was spinning constantly up to the point when the doctor was concerned there is something seriously wrong with these HPs. Both of them were doing the same thing. While we were doing a troubleshooting, they got so upset that they have an even older all-in-one with Generation 4, which is 10 years old. The Generation 4 CPU, they put the 10-year-old Dell OptiPlex all-in-one back in, and they said like, yeah, it's slow, but it's not as slow as the brand new HP all-in-one, and it's definitely not loud. And while you're figuring out, which we ended up figuring out, we're just going to use these old workhorses because they are awesome. So let me show you all the performance, what we're still able to pull out from these machines. Again, for browsing, streaming, lightweight of work, remote work, running things in a browser, games, Minecraft, something similar like this. Use it as a Chromebook just with a Chrome browser. They are still completely functional. They're booting up in seconds, in literally seconds. I love them. I love them. So let's pull it apart. Let's see what kind of connectors what we have. Is there any downside of this machine? Any problem with this machine after 7 years? Only one thing. So let me shut the PC down and we'll go from there and explain everything on the process why we are taking this apart. Obviously, I am really a fan of this. They really convinced me and converted me to a believer that the all-in-one is a completely functional platform and it's reliable as it gets. So let me disconnect the power cord. One of my complaint or problem is the backside of this machine. It's not adjustable. It can't rotate. We can't move it up and down, and that shouldn't be a feature. This has an i7 processor in it with Dell and with other manufacturers. When you buy the computer with a higher CPU, you get more features. I think that should have been included. So let me pull this out. Just a button on the backside. This thing comes off. And if you are looking at the PC, you're noticing one thing. The DVD-Rom cover popped off. I ordered a brand new one. Just have to put it back in once the PC is being completely put it back. I wanted to pull it apart again. So looking at the back side, so Scott, what do we have here? So as you can see, we got vessel mounting holes in here, so we can mount this on an arm, and it doesn't need to even have a stand, and then we can adjust anywhere we want it. I have a lot of doctor's office who utilize this feature. If we looking at the side of the PC, we see that we have an audio out, we have a USB, we have a USB-C on this, which is 7 years ago was not a bad feature, and we have a card reader. In here, we have a lot of ports, really a lot. We have 6 USB ports, we have a hardwired network connector in here, we have a power connector in here to powering the PC, we have an HDMI in. You can use this all in one computer as a monitor. You can just use it as an external monitor. We also have a display port in here and an HDMI out, so you can have 2 monitor on a side. So this could be a 3 monitor setup PC, which I love. I think this PC is awesome. Pulling this apart, I don't know how they doing it. I haven't broke one plastic pin or connectors yet. Maybe this gonna be the time when I doing it. So just pull this plastic up, back cover, and everything opens in this PC, and all the tabs. Nothing. As I said, that this is the first time I see a broken one out of all this after 7 years. So let me move this out of the way, and we can push this plate to the side, and we can gain access to the RAM and a solid state and other components. I just want to show you if I can. There's no screws in here, so this is a screwless design, which I like it a lot, at least coming to this point. So let me show you what we have here. So we have a decent sized fan, and we have these copper heat pipes going to this larger heat skin. We have 2 slots for DDR4. We have 16 gigs of RAM, but we could have 32, and it's not the point for browsing. We have a solid state in NVMe here, and we have a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module. If you're looking at the other side, we have 1 connector in here, and this is for an additional 2.5 solid state or a hard drive. I wouldn't put a hard drive in it. Solid state is awesome. Makes the computer moving pretty quickly. So, but we have the NVMe here. I think we can go up to 2 terabyte if we need to. I don't know if a larger solid state would work. So let me try to put things back. This should be very easy. Everything should just slide back into its place, especially if I have the PC in the right way. So let me slide this guy back in. The little clip clipped in. Let's see if I can put this back in to the right way as well. Make sure every part is actually clipping in. Okay, let's grab the stand. Let's put the stand back in business. And we are back in business, and let's see if I can put this little cover back on a DVD and see if it stays here as it should. Probably not. Okay, yep. All right. Okay, so let's start booting it up. Let's see how long would it take to boot this up. still fast, it's still responsive. I like this PC a lot. I think it's awesome. If you have one of these or you are in a market to get one, let me know in the comment section. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Scott's out.